So I wanted to kind of show you a look into the different curriculums that we may be using throughout this homeschool year. So here I'm just showing you my daughter. Will be 5, and she wants to learn. She wants me to teach her how to read. So here I have some stickers or free printable that I printed out. Each spot she kind of used the stickers and put on there as we complete the lessons. But what I like about this is that in the book you'll see that there's an introduction for the parent to read, and it kind of tells you where to start first. And that's important because of this pronunciation guide and making sure that we're pronouncing and teaching the correct pronunciations of each letter sound, which is going to be extremely important, of course, in learning to read. So here's kind of a look into each part of the kind of pronunciation guide for the teacher to kind of go over in each sound and what it looks like in the actual lesson. So again, there are 100 lessons, and the idea is that at the end of all 100 lessons, your child should know how to read. I like that this kind of walks you through where to point and how to take your sounds and how fast to go. You can see here, like no skipping, don't skip anything, and kind of touch and hold your finger. So very hands-on, which I think will work for my daughter. She's very hands-on. And this helps me as well, having a guide. And so I'll flip through a couple of these so you can kind of see exactly what the dots and how long to hold them, where you should start each new sound for each letter in the word. So I really, really like this. This has been out for a long time and has a lot of really good reviews on being very successful. Some of the negative reviews were that it's boring. So what I plan to do is just make it fun, interactive. If she needs to stop, then we stop. Just kind of let her lead if we need to stop and then revisit. But I just wanted to do a quick flip through of this. And this is the Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons, along with her stickers she can put at the end when she's done. So that's what I'm using as kind of my basis for reading, outside of just tons and tons of read alouds with her and reading stories and books to her. The other thing I'm using kind of for literacy this year will be, this is created by JDA on her Teachers Paid Teachers, and I'll link it below. And it's the literacy pre-K pack. And so again, my daughter's will be a late 5. She has an October birthday. And what I like about this is that it's all hands-on. It's a binder. She loves JDA's learning binders. She's been doing them since she was 3, here and there. And they're just hands-on. And I think that coupled with the 100 easy lessons will be very fun for her. Again, with our kind of method of homeschooling, it's very child-led. I want to give her kind of the keys to drive her own learning experience, and so I don't want to push anything. So I think this is just fun, interactive. JDA also has some kindergarten and other levels, but this I think is great. There are marks because she's already started doing this and loves it. So I put it away for a little while, and I'm bringing it out for this school year. So I like the matching, the focus on letter sounds, which is what we're doing with 100 Easy Lessons. There are pictures, some are color, some are black and white. And here is the reading challenge activity pages. And what I like about these is that I can add them in once she's a little more confident in her reading skills. And so she even tells you, JDA tells you not to include this if your child's not already reading or a little more advanced with reading. So those are in the back for when she's ready, and then I'll throw those in to her binder, which I love because it makes this binder last a little longer, and so we can keep using this. So I love JDA's binders again, and I'll link them in the description. This was the literacy pre-K learning folder, and I'm going to use that with the Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons manual. So that's what we're focusing on this year at my daughter's request. So for her literacy, and what we're going to do in conjunction with the 100 easy lessons and the folder, the literacy pre-K folder, is going to be kind of her handwriting. And so for that very gentle approach, we're just introducing it. She is going to be 5. So this you'll see is shelf work from JDA's Teachers Pay Teacher page. And in here, I like how the arrows are giving directions down, and it's just giving a lot of that those motor techniques for handwriting, all the things you need before those more formal handwriting activities and lessons. So I like this because of that. It's hands-on, it's fun, it's just something that she can do in the beginning. All those pre-writing, the slants, I love. Again, the arrows are just really helping to direct the direction of those motions for handwriting, the circles, and which way you should go. And so this is something quick and fun that she can do, something to go in our morning basket, which I really like. And we're going to use that to kind of introduce it and couple that. Another thing we're going to use is Handwriting Without Tears. And I have the teacher's guide for this, and I'll flip through this. And it has the different pieces, the wood pieces, the chalkboard, and the workbook for the kids, their learner. Different levels on their website. I got this secondhand on Facebook Marketplace. So homeschooling doesn't have to be expensive, throwing that out there. But in here, it kind of shows you examples of how you can utilize everything, what pieces you need to form the letters. And I think this is just fun. Sometimes I just throw these out here with no direction. She just plays with them, builds what she wants. But if you go through the teacher's guide, there are a lot of, extra information the more formal you get with it. If you're just introducing it and they're young, if they're under 7, the age of 7, you can just have fun with this. It doesn't have to be, super strict or anything like that. So we're going to use that. Here is a flip through of the workbook for the kids. And again, they have them in different levels. They even have cursive handwriting if you want to have that in your homeschool, which we will at some point. I would love to keep to some of the older traditions that they are going away with in traditional school. But here you'll see the way in which you form the letters using the wood pieces. I like the frog jump capitals, and it kind of uses some terminology that makes it fun for the kids. And you can just see here kind of all the different letters. So words for me, and using the cow, and they can even write on this if they want to practice writing those words out. But I just like how it's just a different approach to handwriting, introducing handwriting. So Handwriting Without Tears, that's something we're going to use this year, since our entire focus this school year is literacy, and that's kind of her request. The chalkboard, the smiley face to start from the top when you're forming letters. This is fun. Kids love, chalk or using chalk. But the wood pieces, this is my favorite. Using these to create different letters. Our daughter uses this to create, pictures of animals, pictures of different things. So it's open-ended, but here I'll show you an example of different letters you can kind of create with the different pieces, the different shapes. And so we've practiced like the lowercase a, and one of the examples here, like on the front page A. And so I can show you the capital A, and you would get the pieces out. Or you can, draw a capital A, give a book with, all about A, set it up, set the pieces out, and let them kind of explore it. And the more that they explore it, the more they'll show you like A, here's A, and then you'll know kind of where to go with introducing more formal of a lesson. Like this is a great thing to just set out without direction in the beginning, and then come back to and kind of watch them as they progress. So the Handwriting Without Tears is what it is, trying to introduce handwriting without all the tears. So I want to use that with the pre-writing binder by JDA, her shelf work. So the next thing we'll be doing is our unit studies, and ancient Egypt is one of them that my daughter is interested in. So I'll be using the Africa book, and DK's Eyewitness books are great. in creating kind of unit studies. The Oglesby Ohana Tori over there, she gives a great example of how to set up unit studies through books. And so with this one, I like the clip art CD that comes with it, so I can use that for some of the clip art to show my daughter the different aspects or different artifacts that are in ancient Egypt. And going through this, I like to start with the content page. Here you can kind of look through it to kind of organize kind of your planning for that 4 or 6 week long unit. This is just going to be a little bit of a flip through of kind of what you can pull from a resource book like this. So tons of information. If you have older children, or if you have a wide range of different ages, unit studies are an amazing way to kind of homeschool together as a family. And here you see me just kind of pointing out some of the different aspects of the DK Eyewitness books. They are kind of all laid out like this, so you can create your entire year of unit studies from the DK books, which is awesome. But anyway, you kind of get to see like the different hunting material they use, the food and drinks that they are used to in ancient Egypt, with the toys and games looked like. The Did You Know section is my favorite. There are fun facts. There are questions and answers, and I like the question and answer section because with project-based learning, which is something I like, then you pick kind of this question and that becomes the topic to investigate throughout the unit study. And so this is a great resource. Here you have the timeline, and again, if you have older children, this part will be used a lot more for your lessons or your studying. So I really like this. I really want to kind of zoom in a little bit and show you some of the useful websites. This is great to introduce some of the technology, especially with older children. They can go and research the places to visit, and maybe on YouTube find it in real in action. And then the glossary is another resource. I like this because you can create spelling lists, vocab lists, and all the words throughout your entire unit study. And again, depending on age. So great resource using books. I have the DK Eyewitness for Africa, simply to kind of just show a mini overview. This can again be another unit study on its own, but for our ancient Egypt unit study, I want to focus on the map and showing where Egypt is in Africa, and just kind of give a brief overview in the beginning or wherever in the unit study, and a little flip through on Africa, how big it is, and how Egypt is just one part of Africa. So that's just an overview of all the different curriculums I plan to use.